Have you ever read the different gospels and realized that they had different point of views depending on which one you read? Whether it was the crucifixion or resurrection, etc. But it's all about how Jesus is put in different words, and we're going to mainly focus on the book by Bart Ehrman called Misquoting Jesus. Now, Bart Ehrman is a professor at North Carolina in Chapel Hill. He also has published 30 books under his name, and most of them are focused on the New Testament itself. He mainly studies the New Testament. All right, now diving more in detail of this book, Jesus Interpreted, it talks about Mark and Luke, how they have different views on Jesus's crucifixion. In Mark, his crucifixion was stated that he was crying and upset, and he cried out. He said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" In Luke, Jesus was calm during the crucifixion, and then he cried out a whole nother different sentence. So it's really different depending on which gospel you're reading. Also, this book also states that Peter never wrote Peter. Ehrman explains how Peter died before the book was published. So it's like Peter's dead and the book was published? No. The ancient world of forgery has arisen. In the ancient world of forgery, that with Peter occurred. And also a dude walked by and he was reading something that wasn't actually his. And so he went home and wrote a book on, you're gonna laugh, he wrote a book on how to read something that has a correct author to it, okay? And that's where that goes with the ancient world of forgery. Now, after that, Jesus and Ehrman describes Jesus as being misinterpreted and everything like that. And we're going to dive deeper into this book, and we're going to go into how the New Testament and Peter describe heaven and hell. Heaven is more of like the heaven you would imagine, and then the hell is like how you would sin. Your consequences would be torture. If you lied, you would be hung by your tongue. If you were trying to get seduced by a man, you would get hung by your hair if you were a woman. And if you were a man and you tried to seduce women, then you would get hung by a body part. Now, everything was misinterpreted, just like the title says. Like, there is different views on everything. And he's trying to state this clearly in his book. And it's so interesting to me because people don't realize that at all. People don't. They're just used to how you go to church every Sunday. You know the book like the back of your hand. You could read out a memory verse like that. No, you need to realize that Jesus is misinterpreted. And you need to go through all the facts before you believe in something. Ehrman knows his stuff. He is very certified to be doing this, and he gets most of his cited sources from scholars, according to himself. And there might be a lot of questions, but know what you're reading before you gain it all in. In the end, Ehrman has some awesome points about his book, and I honestly am interested in reading it because, in my opinion, he's got some good stuff. He's got some great information, and I am excited to get to be able to talk to you guys about this because it is very important what you read. And last but not least, if you know and choose to believe in something, make sure you know it fully and thoroughly before you do. This theory is one to consider, and I hope you consider it. Thank you.